thought maybe you had a big old fancy office on a corner somewhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lucas's first time.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Hi, folks.
How y'all doing? It's our weekly Take the Points edition. Lucas Vaughan is here, and we are going to talk about all kinds of fun stuff. Well, I think
A little bit of fun stuff. Are you on?
Well, I think my microphone wasn't turned on.
I'm about to say, I'm on.
You're on. I'm not. Now I'm on. So yeah, we're doing well. It's my first day in the new digs.
You giving me heck?
Oh yeah, that's what I get. That's what I get. It's a sports show. We're going to talk about what are we going to talk about? Stanley Cup final.
That's coming.
The NBA Finals
Started last night.
Well, if you're watching this Friday morning, we're gonna go heavily into the NBA Finals. I don't think. Oh, well, we'll get into that. We're going to talk about the Major League Baseball a little bit. Ball Stars.
What are we in? We're 40 games in. 50 games in, so we're third of the season in.
Yeah, 50
now,
or more.
Now things count.
50 or more, and we're going to talk a little state baseball.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to,
State baseball.
you're gonna have to inform me on
I
that.
will. I've got some stuff to show you, Lucas, that is going to curl your hair. It's just it's just.
I got curly hair.
You do have curly hair.
I got a haircut. I trim my beard down.
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah,
I bet you lost 2 pounds trimming that beard.
It's probably not far off all the stuff she knocked out of that.
Oh, folks, it's Friday, June 2nd. Let's tell you about all the different things taking place here on this beautiful Friday, June 2nd, as well as taking place throughout the weekend, starting with now we talked about this on yesterday's show, but this is continuing today, and they have altered it. The Grace United Methodist Church over there in Salem, yesterday they were just having a regular rummage sale. Now today they've knocked all the rummage down. They've thrown everything into bags. This is basically $1 grab bag day over at the Grace United Methodist Church. All you can fit inside a bag just for $1. Just for $1. It's unbelievable. The sale is hosted by the United Women in Faith, and it's going to start at 8 a.m. Probably already started. Well, if you go now, you can probably still make it and probably still get some good stuff. 8 a.m. until noon. That's, again, at the Grace United Methodist Church on Schwartz there in Salem. What else going on? A blood drive today in Centralia at the First Baptist Church. That's on 319 East 2nd Street from 1 until 5 today. It says the drive is going to be held at the First Baptist Church Fellowship Hall there in Centralia. Again, go to redcrossblood.org. That's redcrossblood.org, and they'll be able to get you an appointment. It's the best, fastest way to work through it, and you'll get your appointment. You'll get through and have a beautiful rest of your day. What else going on? Hey, that church carnival is continuing tonight as well as tomorrow night. That's in Salem. They've got rides. They've got all kinds of stuff. This is the Grace Church of the Nazarene tonight and tomorrow from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. It says, join us for a night of fun for the kids of all ages. They're going to have carnival rides, games, prizes, and music, and food vendors providing corn dogs, cotton candy, popcorn, and more. The rides do require either a ticket or the armband. Armbands are $25, so all the money there going to the church. It's good cost. What else going on today or this weekend? Let's move on to Saturday, June 3rd. Over in Farina. Now, it's a big deal. They put on a nice fireworks show in Farina every year. This is how they raise the money for it. It's 6:30 tomorrow morning. From 6:30 until 10, it's all you can eat. Pancakes, eggs, sausage gravy, biscuits, coffee, milk, orange juice. Carryouts will be available. Donations do go toward the 4th of July fireworks display. You have a question?
I want to know, where's it at?
It is at the American Legion Community Center in Farina, Illinois. What are you doing tomorrow?
Well, number one, two things. Farina's a long way from here, but I love the fact that it's
an hour.
From here, yes.
It's an hour from.
Yeah, I was about to say from here it's nothing.
From here it's 20 miles.
Yeah. I like the fact that it's from 6:30 to 10:30. They give you that 4-hour time frame in there. So if you do have kids, you don't have to get them up at 6:30.
2 meals too. If you do get up at 6:30, you can go in there at 6:30.
I can feed them twice. I can bring the early bird kids at 6:30.
You bring the
and the late sleepers at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Bring the 4 or 5-year-olds that like to get up and watch cartoons at 6 in the morning.
I'll bring Ellen and Catherine, the 7-year-old and the 4-year-old.
Okay.
And Blair can bring Grayson and Ellis that may be out of bed by then.
That's perfect.
Like
it just works perfectly. I'm glad.
I like the time frame.
It just works. And again,
I'm not sure where that is though. The American Legion
in Farina.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's at.
Isn't that the one? As you see, I don't think about coming into town on 37. I always think about coming into town off the Angling Road.
Right.
And
right.
But you have to, once you finally get to the road that crosses over to the to go to the interstate.
Right.
Isn't the Legion just off to the northeast there?
It might be right there off of that. Okay.
I think it's right there to the northeast.
Okay. I don't spend a ton of time in front of it, but I did last year a little bit, and really about the only time I've ever spent a whole lot of time in Farina.
You know when you want to avoid Farina, I love the people of Farina. They're wonderful people.
Yeah.
When you want to avoid Farina, it's in the middle of harvest.
I can see that. I can 100% see that.
There is a traffic jam the size of the Dan Ryan Expressway.
I'd be willing to bet the entire town is dust.
It is really something to see. But again, the 4th of July breakfast up in Farina.
By the way, I've always heard, I haven't been, but I've always heard they have a fantastic fireworks display.
That's what
I have not been. If it just falls where I've got closer ones to me, but I've always heard it's good.
That's exactly right. They do a wonderful job. What else going on Saturday? Personal care items giveaway. This is over at Salem. It'll be at the Salem Presbyterian Church. All the churches getting out here on this first weekend of June. Salem Presbyterian Church will hold their personal care item giveaway. It'll go from 9 a.m. till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You know what that means. Hygiene items, toothbrushes, soap, shampoo, the whole kit and caboodle. And go ahead and get in there and get your toiletries. What else going on over in Sandoval? This is a big one. This is Warrior Nation Cancer Foundation Golf Scramble. You know how you've got the Clay County Crusaders over in Clay County. You've got there's the Stouter people down in not Stouter, Dr. Scranton Fund. The Scranton Fund people down in Wayne County. Well, this is the Warrior Nation Cancer Foundation. Their golf scramble. They are a charitable organization that helps pay bills directly for people in Marion, Fayette, Clinton, and Vaughan counties that are fighting cancer. Shotgun start at 10 a.m. Saturday morning for a 4-person scramble. It's $260. That's not a bad deal. Food and beverages, including whole sponsorship. $260 includes food and beverage. It's going to be a whole sponsorship for $50 or $100 or $150. Join them and help continue the mission of helping their neighbors fighting cancer. So
I'll play the Colonial.
I'm not sure where you haven't played that up in Sandoval?
No, I haven't. I wish Jamie was here because he played a lot of these places, but I've not played that one. I'd like to go play it. If Wabash would like to sponsor a team.
We probably already are. I don't know. Nobody's contacted me. They haven't told me about it anyway, but we might be sponsoring a team.
Is that leg good enough for a little golf game?
No.
Does like everything to do with it?
No. No, the leg, that might be why they haven't contacted me. The leg is not good enough to play golf yet, but we're working that direction. We're working. I got to tell you, though, I could probably get one swing.
You know what? Can you drive a golf cart?
I can drive a golf cart.
Can you order 4 beers?
I can do that.
Sound like you're in.
I'm ready to go. All right, what else? One other thing, speaking of that, at the Odin First Christian Church, it's a fish fry on Saturday from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m. The event to benefit the Broken Chains Outreach Mission. So that's a nice deal. What else going on this weekend or today? Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Rotisserie Chicken Day. On June 2nd each year, chicken chicken lovers celebrate National Rotisserie Chicken Day. While there are numerous ways to cook a whole chicken, rotisserie chicken offers a slow cooking method that, by golly, seals in the flavor.
Seems odd for June 2nd, though. I feel like it should be like a barbecue chicken.
Yeah, I would think. Actually, you very seldom see rotisserie chicken in the in the wild. You'll see it at
Sam's Club.
Yeah, you'll see it at your IGA or something. They'll have them bagged up and ready to go. But it can be if you do it yourself. I guess you can do it pretty well. I've never done that. I've never done
No, and I've got multiple Webbers that I own, and you can buy rotisseries for them, and I keep swearing I'm going to buy a rotisserie for one of my Webbers. I just don't do it.
You know who started the National Rotisserie Chicken Day?
Sam's Club.
That's a good guess. Boston Market.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, Boston Market. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Donut Day. Celebrate. All three of these today are really good. The rotisserie chicken. This Donut Day each year on the first Friday in June, people participate in National Donut or Donut Day, celebrating the donut and honoring the Salvation Army lassies. The Salvation Army lassies are the women who served donuts to soldiers during World War I. In 1917, the original Salvation Army donut was first served by the ladies of the Salvation Army. It was during World War I that the lassies went to the front lines of Europe. Home-cooked foods provided by these brave volunteers were a morale boost to the troops, and the donuts have been celebrated from then on. And actually, the interesting thing is the spelling. These are both using D-O-U-G-H.
Oh, but I remember this from last year when we talked about this.
Yeah, there's like an extra day.
Yeah.
There's a different day in November.
Yeah.
That is National Donut, D-O-N-U-T.
Right, I remember going through that.
Yeah, and it makes no sense to me, but I have no problem with celebrating donuts twice a
I'm
year.
not a huge donut guy.
It's been fun having you on the show.
I'm a pastry guy.
The door's that way.
I like cheese danishes.
Coffee cake. I bet you like.
I love coffee cake. Yeah, I like that
coffee cake
stuff.
with the goo on
yeah.
top and the pecans.
Yeah, my kids, they'll eat the donuts, the nice cheap donuts, and I'll get something good for me.
Well, see, now maybe you'll like this one better. National June 2nd, ladies and gentlemen, also celebrates National Leave the Office Early Day. It's always on June 2nd, unless it's the weekend when I guess everybody just leaves anyway. Everyone is sure to enjoy National Leave the Office Day on their calendar. Observed each year on June 2nd. It is the observance is an incentive to many who often work more than 40 hours a week. About a third of Americans actually do work more than 40 hours a week.
Only a third?
Yeah, I'm shocked. I'll raise my hand.
I was about to say, that surprised me that's that low, I guess.
You do too, I would think.
Oh,
So there you go. See, now you got something to celebrate. National Leave the Office.
That being said, I do like the, especially on a Friday, they'll leave the office early down on Friday.
Yeah, the
1, 2 o'clock, call it good.
First weekend of June, which is usually gorgeous weather. A little hot right now, but it's just employee productivity specialist Laura Stack created National Leave the Office Early Day as a reminder to employees to take time for themselves. So there you have it.
I like that one.
That's a nice way to go.
Go get a donut.
Go get a donut.
Rotisserie chicken for dinner.
That's the thing. I don't know if they do it so much around here, but there are a lot of companies who have free donuts on National Donut Day.
Company, what do you mean?
Like there's a Dunkin' Donuts. We'll have free donuts.
They'll give donuts away?
Donuts. Krispy Kreme.
Wow.
Krispy Kreme does it. Though we don't have a Krispy Kreme in Southern Illinois. I don't have a donut. We're no Dunkin'. Where's the nearest Dunkin' Donut?
Evansville, probably. I know they've got like the donut shop.
St. Louis have any Dunkin' Donuts?
I don't know. You have to. I would say yes.
See, I'm making promises now that I can't cash.
Wait. Mount Vernon has a Dunkin' Donuts.
Mount Vernon doesn't have a good
Yeah, they did. They put one on Main Street right beside the McDonald's. Right, coming in town, right on Broadway. There's a Dunkin' Donuts there. 100%. Yep.
What?
It's new. Brand new. Is there. We got it last summer.
On Broadway?
Broadway coming in town. You know what a McDonald's is? I know there's multiple.
Yeah, the one on the hill?
Right beside it. Right before it. Right straight east of it.
Next to Carl's Jewelers or whatever, or Jackson Jewelers? And
maybe, yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't buy rings. Sorry, Blair.
He's been saying that for years.
No, there's a Dunkin' Donuts right there, Mount Vernon. Right on the Main Street.
I didn't realize that.
They got put in last summer.
Oh, I didn't know that. What do you want to see on TV, folks? How about baseball? The Cardinals are at Pittsburgh tonight. That's at 6:05. Pardon me. Jack Flaherty versus Rowan Z. Contreras. That's on Bally Channel 630. Also tonight, the White Sox are at home. They haven't even named their pitcher yet, and that's at 7 o'clock on Channel 643.
Nobody's going to watch anyway.
Later. Now, they might watch the Cubs.
The Cubs, they will.
Cubs are playing the Padres at 8:40 tonight. See, that's the thing. You can watch the Cardinals at 6. And the way the rules and timing are now, you might be able to watch the Cubs at 8:40. It's Chicago at San Diego. Jameson Taillon versus Michael Wacha, former Cardinal.
And what's it on?
That is on Marquee, Channel
Marquee,
5.
okay, that's what their channel
That's
is
the
now.
Cubs channel, yeah. And also, MLB Network has a late game tonight. You'll want to see this one. It's the Yankees at the Dodgers. Luis Severino versus Clayton Kershaw.
A lot of money.
Starting at 9:10. Can you imagine how much money there is on the field right there?
That 25-man roster, geeks.
Well, just think about the 18 on the field, or the 20 on the field, counting the DHs. Golly, you'd probably be... We'll have to sit here and do the math. I bet $400 million salary just this year.
Yeah.
Especially with Kershaw pitching. Because that'll be, what's Kershaw getting paid this year? $20 million?
He's got to be more than that, doesn't he?
I think he's back down because he's
taking a step down because he got older.
He's close to the end of his career.
$20 million at the end of my career.
Yeah, the poor guy.
Yeah.
Poor fellow. Also, since there's no NBA or NHL finals tonight, I'll tell you the NBA is back on Sunday for Game 2. Heat versus Nuggets, and Stanley Cup starts Saturday night on TNT Channel 633. That's Lucas Vaughan. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center. And that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation. And I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. And right now, Lucas is deeply involved in trying to figure out where one of these schools is.
Oh, it's on the other side of the river.
Okay.
So Henry's on one side, and then Sinishwine's right there with him. Okay.
Is there a bridge?
It's right there together.
The Illinois River's pretty big right there.
Yeah. That's like a whole county. So. It's a whole township.
So how do you say that?
My answer is Sinishwine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the Class 1A.
Oh, it's a Z.
Class 1A baseball.
Snasia wine. Wow. Okay.
Class 1A baseball championships taking place this weekend. May as well go ahead and get into it. And I want to talk about quite a bit about the Class 2A. But here's the 1A. Here are the teams that are playing in Peoria at Dozer Park. There in Peoria. Waterloo Jabot at 10 a.m. will take on Goreville.
Is that the Cardinals Park or no? In Peoria?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the one right in downtown.
That is the one downtown.
Cool. So they've got a home field advantage big time.
Who?
Henry Sinishwine.
Sanaquity.
Znajawan.
What Z? I don't see a Z in that.
Z-N-A-J. By the way, JJ. I've never seen that one before. Z-N-A-J-J-E-W-A-N. Znajawan. Which means difficult current.
This makes no sense whatsoever.
Right on the river.
So this is like that's a Native American name.
Yes.
Okay. Well, why'd they change the spelling to Cynic wine?
Would you want to spell Z-N-A-J-J-E-W-A-N? So that's my answer.
Maybe that's just how you say it.
Well, maybe.
How do you do that? What's that word? What's the thing? Z what?
It's Z-N-A-J-J-E-W-A-N, which means it's Potawatomi for Zanajawan.
Janazwian.
So for difficult current. So there you go. That's where they come up with that word at.
I have no idea. It must be a difficult current on the Illinois River
one.
right there. But Waterloo Jabot takes on Goreville at 10 a.m. What are your records there?
25-13, and Waterloo's 22-14.
Okay, so these two teams, well, you know what? You get to that level of Class 1A, you've played a lot of people.
Yeah,
probably.
played a bunch of 2As and 3As, my guess is. Waterloo's that for sure.
Sterling Newman comes in taking on Henry. I'm going to call him Henry. How about that?
Oh, Henry.
Taking on Henry.
And which is just upriver from, they'll probably take their kayaks down straight to Peoria and play in the Cardinals field.
Well, now they could do that. They could just hop in the kayak, head south, head downriver, and off you go. There's no way that game starts at noon. By the way, that's the biggest the biggest crock is whenever you see these starting times for state baseball that the first game is only going to take like an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes.
And they give time between games.
Give time for the people to get in and get out. There is no way that second game starts at noon. But
I don't like the fact that the first game starts at 10. What kind of kid wants to play at 10 o'clock?
Class 1A, man. That's the IHSA is putting out the fewest people, I guess. So yeah, there's the bracket for Class 1A. Who you picking here? Let's. Well,
I'm going to pick Waterloo simply because I was there earlier in the year picking up a grill. Beautiful town. They got a fantastic square with a few breweries on it. Some nice places to eat. And I'm taking Henry. They're my hometown team.
Well, who's winning state?
Man,
I'm gonna take Goreville over Waterloo. I'm gonna take the Sterling Newman people because I know people from Sterling.
Well, I'm gonna take Henry to win it all. So, I mean, that hometown advantage is gonna be nice.
They got the hometown advantage,
Yeah.
and they're
going to row their boats back
rowing
home.
the boats down the river. I love it. I'm taking Goreville. I'm taking the Black Cats all the way through.
I'm not going to lie to you. I normally wouldn't keep an eye on 1A baseball in Peoria, but this weekend I'm going to find out.
I don't blame you a bit.
Yeah, I'm going to find out.
See, that's the thing. There's no television for this.
Yeah.
This is the worst thing the IHSA does.
So
they
you
don't
can't
set up TV. You can't get this.
You can't stream it?
You can stream it on that NFHS.
Okay,
and
that's the only thing.
That is all. They've got no television anywhere. It bothers me. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm bothered by that.
If anybody here
because we've had teams the last 2 years and wanted to go broadcast it, televise it, and they wouldn't let us.
Yeah, if anybody that knows people in this, they wants to go to those games, that ballpark is fantastic. It's a great place to watch
I've never seen a game there. I've been in the park,
really enjoyed it.
But I've never seen a game there. It's a really cool.
It's kind of an old school sitting up above the field. You're elevated everywhere. Not a bad seat in the place. So if you want to watch a game, great place.
Class 2A, ladies and gentlemen, is starts at 3 o'clock.
Some big records there.
Columbia versus Chicago DePaul College Prep, and then Joliet Catholic versus QND. I will tell you before we talk about this, Quincy Notre Dame coming in with a heavy heart. They had a kid lose. They lost a kid to an accident on Saturday night. I think he was center fielder, and so they came. Then they went out on Monday, a day and a half after losing a teammate, won their super sectional 13-1.
Yeah, that's a bad deal.
It's a bad deal all the way around. But you got to figure that those kids are going to be on an emotional roller coaster.
They're on a high for sure. I mean, and their record's at 35-1, so
they're really good.
They're a really good team.
But you know who's also here's the ladies and gentlemen, the bracket for this.
Columbia's 33-4.
I've seen Columbia play, and I've seen Columbia play against Salem, and I'm bringing this stat sheet out. Columbia, ladies and gentlemen, hits the ball like nobody's business. You go down there and you see the guys who've played 35, 36, 37 games. Look at the one I'd like to point out is
probably Dominic Vogel.
Dominic Vaguely. Dominic. I met his parents.
Dude can hit.
I met his parents about 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks after I saw them play Salem.
Yikes.
He pitched against Salem. I'll show you his pitching here in a second. You like the hitting. How about the pitching?
Those numbers are nasty.
He's in 36 games. He's got 37 games, 50 RBIs, 60 hits.
55 runs scored.
How about 12 home runs?
And 19 doubles.
That's a nice line. Oh, he can pitch too, by the way. Here's the pitching for Columbia. Of course, when you go
9-0.
When you go 33-4, you don't have too many losses throughout the thing. But vaguely,
man, look at
9-0.
Look at the ERAs of that whole
60
staff.
innings pitched. So they only gave him the tough games. If you get 60 innings pitched, 14 appearances. So I don't know.
Damn.
But how about that? Yeah, 102 strikeouts in 60 innings.
Well, you talked to his parents. I mean, I assume the kid's a senior. Did you have?
Kid's a senior. He has signed with Kansas.
Kansas, a D1 big boy.
Yeah, he's playing.
He's for real.
He is for real. He's playing for Kansas next year. I'm telling you all these and for all this information so that we can make picks.
Okay. I've got my picks already.
You've got your picks.
Yeah.
So you are.
I was taking Columbia because they're down here.
I'm taking Columbia as well.
And I'm
now Joliet. Oh, by the way, I didn't even mention Joliet Catholic defeated Columbia in the semifinal last year and went on to win state.
Oh yeah, they did win a state tour in 2022.
Yeah,
man, I was taking Quincy then.
You're gonna take Quincy to beat Joliet Catholic?
Yeah, same as you are. I know that's what you're taking. Just say it.
I'm going to, but yeah. I think the QND round ends in the state championship game. I think Columbia's going to get them. But it reminds me of the. What are you picking? State championship. Columbia as well. You hate to say it. I mean, I can understand it. We hate to make that pick, but
it looks to me like.
And I've seen Columbia play, and I've seen Vaguely. The interesting story about Vaguely pitching that game in Salem, first 3 innings, me and Bill Reed's the cameraman behind me, and we're sitting there watching him pitch, and this kid's he's pretty good. We'd seen his numbers. I just didn't think he was all that outstanding for the first 3 innings. Turns out he was working on his curveball.
Doing some in-game working.
Getting some work. And so in the 4th inning, he decided, all right, let's get through this now. Let's finish these guys. And Salem played them well. I think only lost like 8-0 or 8-1 or 4-5, 5-4, something like that. It was a close game. They didn't score 4. They got shut out. Vaguely's really, really good. But yeah, 4th inning came around. He strikeout, fastball.
Right-hander? Pitch right, bat right? You remember? Just curiosity.
I think so. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember it. I can see him, but I can't. You know how bad I am with the right and the left.
Well, you've seen. don't know what to say about that. I mean, you've seen a lot of kids pitch and play this year.
I've seen a lot of kids, but I haven't seen too many throw like that. We'll be right back. We're going to talk a little NHL, talk a little NBA, talk a little Major League Baseball right after these. Stick around.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Anyway,
I do. Actually, I know 5 people. I know 5 people who are still watching hockey. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lucas Vaughan is here. Look up at the camera for crying out loud. He's doing
research.
He's doing research.
Bruce wanted to talk about hockey, so this is what I'm researching.
We're going to talk about hockey eventually. We're not going to talk about hockey yet. We're going to talk about the NBA Finals.
I know them.
NBA Finals start on Thursday night in Denver. Denver in the NBA Finals for the first time. The Heat in the NBA Finals for the 6th time. But for this Heat team, it's first time for most of the Heat players on that. Wait a minute. Didn't these guys?
Yeah, they were in the
final couple in the bubble,
yeah,
right?
they were the bubble team.
They were in the bubble, lost to the Lakers.
Right. So if you want to count that one, I mean, obviously, if you're a LeBron lover, you're counting that one, but everybody else doesn't really count that one. So
they do count that as LeBron's 4th championship.
Exactly.
It's LeBron's
Yeah,
4th
they gave LeBron another one. Imagine that.
Figured out how to get LeBron a fourth.
Let's try COVID and do it.
They beat now that was when Jimmy Butler was famous for making coffee. That's when he was selling coffee to all the players on the other teams in the NBA.
Because they were all right there.
They're all right there for $20 a cup or something like that inside the bubble. He was making coffee and making.
Sounds like some Jimmy Butler.
If you could sell coffee for $20 a cup, by all means, go ahead and do that. But this is an entirely different team. Although
Yeah, for the most
the Heat
part.
were good last year.
They were. But they weren't as good this year. They weren't a play-in.
The Heat made the conference finals last year,
Right.
got beat by Boston, and this time took care of Boston. And it did end up going 7. Were you surprised that went the whole 7 after the Heat went 3-0 to start?
Obviously. I mean,
We talked last week when it was 3-2 as
Right.
we were in it, and of course, I've been telling anybody who listened, the Heat are going to beat them. The Heat are going to beat them, even before they went up 3-0.
No, I didn't say that.
I think I did.
Yeah, but no, I was surprised they came back from 3-0 to make it a 7-game series. Yeah, I was.
I was a Heat.
I didn't think that.
I was a Heat believer after the Bucks series.
Sure.
because-
Well, you should have been.
They beat a good Bucks team, and they were really coming into their own. And you said, well,
And they rolled straight
They
through the
were eighth
Knicks.
place, but they were hurt.
Yeah.
The only thing.
Tyler Hero hadn't played. They think he'll be back here in Game 3.
Oh, is he gonna come back for this?
I've heard Game 3 roughly.
The interesting thing is the Nuggets it's their first trip to the championship around the finals. They are prohibitive favorites.
What are they,
They
488?
are,
They're only 385.
I
saw a bigger number.
This was about noon today.
So maybe it's come down a little bit.
Yeah, this was noon today on Bet Rivers. So they were minus 385 to win. Now that's for the whole series.
That's a big number.
That's a big
That's
number.
a really big number.
Well, especially that's a huge number when you consider what the Heat have already done so far.
Beat Milwaukee, beating Boston.
Beat Boston.
I know they beat the Knicks, but we'll have to.
The Knicks are a good team. Knicks
I'm
were
not saying they weren't, but they're
Knicks
not Milwaukee or Boston.
They're not Milwaukee or Boston. Well, Boston, they've got a little soul searching to do.
I think Boston's got mental issues. I don't think whether Jason Tatum's got that I'm going to win gene or Jaylen Brown or one of those, but I don't think they're tough enough.
So that's the question, because basically the Heat made the statement by the way they played Game 1. They just knocking the Celtics around.
I don't think they're tough enough.
And then they won Game 1 in Boston. They won Game 2 in Boston after they just beat the Tar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now the Boston Celtics have to decide if they're going to pay Jaylen Brown money, which is going to be a lot of money. I've been listening to talk radio people say, well, you can still sign him if signing back, have to pay him Supermax. You got to pay. It's almost contractually obligated since he was second team All-NBA.
The goal for NBA is to win championships. And if this team can't win championships, I just don't think they have something there. I can't sign them. I got to try something else. What's the point of being runner up all the time?
But it's going to have to be a sign and trade or something.
Yeah, if I'm Boston, but again, I'm not GM.
We'll get to the finals here in a second. But if you're Boston, all the talk now has been about, go get Damian Lillard. Let's go get Damian Lillard from Portland and get a sign and trade. Lillard and Tatum together would seem to be a pretty nice little combination.
Is Lillard that huge of an upgrade from what Jaylen Brown is?
Oh yeah.
I don't know about that. Jaylen Brown's he's a star. He's a talented
Lillard at least can handle the ball.
Okay. That's fine. I just don't think Damian Lillard's that piece that makes it. That puts them over top there.
That's possible. I mean, we're not sitting in, we're not the ones making writing the checks for Boston.
Yeah.
Somebody in Boston is going to be writing that check.
Doesn't matter who it is. You're paying a lot for Jaylen Brown. You're paying a lot for Damian Lillard. Whoever's filling that spot, you're paying a lot.
And
for.
then you got to pay for Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to let Jason Tatum go. Jason Tatum I don't think he's questioned. Whereas Jaylen Brown is questioned.
I don't think he's questioned. I don't think he's questioned, but I don't think he's tough enough to be the number one leader of the team either.
Wow.
I mean, you
big
look at
dog from the big beard.
You look at the numbers in these games where you've got to have an undisputed guy that takes care of these, and you see a lot of
Jimmy Butler,
0 for 8 from 3-point range, and things like that. You see a lot of that. Jason Tatum, I got hurt at the beginning. Oh, did you? Okay.
Let's talk about the Nuggets and the Nuggets and the Heat. Here's the interesting one. Folks, you don't want to bet on the Nuggets because you're not making enough money.
But you know exactly how many games it's going to go.
And you don't want to bet on the Heat because you think they're going to lose. Ladies and gentlemen, here you go. You think the Nuggets will win in 5?
There you go.
Bet
That's the way to do it.
Bet $100, get $220 back. You think if they win in 7? There's your plus. If you think they're winning in 4 or in 6, that's the thing. You could bet $10 on each.
Absolutely.
Each of the 4-3, 4-0, 4-2, and still win.
Yep, you would.
As long as they don't win in 5.
As long as Miami doesn't win. If you know for sure, I wish we all knew for sure that Denver was going to win, you make money. Look,
yeah,
you make money.
No, not if Denver wins in 5.
That's fine, but you minimize your damage there. You minimize your damage there, and if you don't think it's going to be a sweep or it's not going to be a sweep, just take it out.
Do what?
If you think it's going to be either a 5 or 6 or a 7, if you don't think Denver goes in and takes it all in 4 games, just leave it out of that bet.
I mean, that's the thing. I was thinking Denver in 5, but I don't like the number. I really don't like the number at plus 220. I think that's what I ended up picking, though, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Whatever. Let's go ahead. Well, I tell you what. Let's show people also the MVP. Here are the MVP numbers for the finals. It appears everybody thinks Nikola Jokic is going to win, don't they?
Yeah. Not this guy.
Jamal Murray.
Wow, look how high Caleb Martin is. Three games ago, Caleb Martin didn't start.
60-1.
He didn't start. Kevin Love started, and now he is the 5th highest on the board.
60-1. Well, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Kevin Love is 500.
Well, he doesn't start. He doesn't play, doesn't score, he doesn't do anything.
Gabe Vincent saved the bacon for Miami in one of those games. You could have made the argument Caleb Martin should have been the MVP over Jimmy Butler.
Sure, absolutely.
In the Eastern Conference Finals.
And that's why his numbers were at.
You could have made the argument Jamal Murray should have been the MVP over Jokic with
where I'm
Murray's numbers. Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Well, tell us what you're doing.
Listen, we saw those numbers earlier. I'm taking the Nuggets in a sweep and Murray winning the MVP.
I got to tell you, I love your thought. I'm taking the Nuggets. What in 5?
You got Nuggets of 5.
I've got Nuggets of 5 and Jokic, and the reason I'm going with Jokic is because I think no matter what happens this series, if the Nuggets win, they're going to give it to Jokic because they think he got hosed on the regular season MVP.
Understandable.
It's basically similar voters.
But understandable, but if Murray goes out and scores 35 a game.
He did it last time!
And
he didn't win the Western MVP.
So that means he's due. They feel bad for him.
Jokic won the West Series.
Listen, I'm not saying Jokic probably won't win the MVP,
but I can
minus
understand.
335,
Look at that
I'm
number.
just not doing the
Yeah,
number.
and
that's the only reason I'm going Murray.
don't blame you.
It's going to be very difficult if Denver wins that Jokic doesn't win.
What are the other two guys doing? What are Weeze and Jamie?
Weeze is on the Nuggets in 6, very similar to what we showed up there with Jokic. And then Jamie's got contrarian, which, listen, Miami's gritty. They're tough.
And of course, by the way, Weeze also already he bought.
Oh yeah, he's got a future.
What 8-1 or something?
No, he's got a Nugget 8-1 future.
Nugget 8-1.
Yeah, which nice.
God bless him.
Yeah,
that's
I hope you get the. You hope you catch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jamie's got the Heat and 7 and Butler.
And I like his reasoning behind that. Did you see that? What
did he say?
He was fading himself.
Oh yeah. And that's so smart by Jamie.
We're going to take a quick break, come back, talk a little bit of NHL. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce. Take you back a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. It's Bruce Dickey. I was thinking to take the points. I don't know what I wanted.
Bruce
Dickus.
Dickus?
Yeah, that's a Monty Python hopping into my head.
I ain't seen that for a while.
This is our Take the Points edition. It is a weekly sports show, and today we are talking about the Stanley Cup Final. You realize it is the Stanley Cup Final, whereas it's the NBA Finals. It's a Stanley Cup Final.
Why?
It's something that they did.
Canadian.
It's Canadian.
I figured.
It's a Canadian deal. It's something they did back in the 19 teens, over 100 years ago, and they've only called it the Stanley Cup Final. It's the rules.
Well, there's the rule.
That's the rules. But this is the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Florida Panthers.
There we go. That's serious.
And I am really kind of surprised that the Knights are that big a favorite. I figured that this would be an even 110-110. I think.
Do you think that's because of the original seedings?
Probably, but I'm surprised, though, the Panthers have had, maybe the folks are thinking this is going to be rust. The Panthers haven't played in 10 days, waiting on the Knights and the Stars to finish up.
We've seen that in the past.
Yeah, you've seen a little bit of rust hit over the years on the team that has had a longer break, especially in hockey. You kind of have to keep your legs rolling and ready, and also Vegas has home ice.
I feel like hockey more than any sport feels like that to me. The team that wins in 7 and wins in 7 and wins in 7 and wins in 7. I don't feel like they get tired. I just feel like they're
just on a roll.
Yeah, I see that in hockey a lot more than any other team.
Whereas in the Panthers' case, they won in 7, they won in 5, and then they won in 4.
Oh, a sweep even!
Yeah,
wow,
it was a sweep over Carolina. It was a really nice. They're having a heck of a year, and they're having a heck of a playoffs. Let's put it that way.
How about that? They swept their team to get in the finals, and yet they're still.
Yeah, well, they were the last team to get in. Last team to get in. So we played the game with the NBA. Let's play it with the exact outcome of the series. This is a little bit more funsy-wunsy. You could bet any of these, and as long as you have the right team, you ain't losing.
I guess what you're looking for here is how many games do you think it'll go?
Yeah.
And then make your choice.
Yeah. If you throw $10 at if you don't think it's going to be a sweep, throw $10 at either the Knights or the Panthers, or it's not the Knights. It's called the Knights, and $10 on each of those bets. You're going to make at least $12 or something like that. At least you'd pay $52.50 on a $10 bet on them plus $4.25.
Yep.
So you'd have $30 in, and that's not a bad way to think about it. Somebody's gonna make some money. But now if it's a sweep, you lose $40 or $30.
Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing. That's how they have the big taller buildings than everything else. And then let's take a look at the Conn Smythe Trophy. Of course, the goalies up there at the top. You've got one goalie especially. Florida's goalie Sergei Bobrovsky is having a wonderful playoff. Missed the first 2 games, and he was benched actually the first 2 games. Then he came in and has been lights out.
Benched. Nice job, Sergey.
Yeah, and
whoever decided to make that choice for them.
That was a coach.
Is he on this list?
No, he's not.
Because that coach did a nice job.
Then you've got Matthew Tkachuk, also from Florida.
No, from St. Louis.
From St. Louis at $375. Then you look at the Knights' first guy at $375, and also a Knight, Jonathan Marchessault. The tricky part for the Conn Smythe, of course, the Conn Smythe folks is the MVP. The Knights play more than one goalie, so it's difficult to.
So they switch goalies.
Yeah, they'll have 2 different goalies. Okay. So it makes it more tough.
Hey, Pietrangelo, he was an old Blue, right?
Well, that's the thing. You've got 2 or 3 old Blues on. You've got Alex Pietrangelo and
Riley
Ivan
Smith. Was Riley Smith in Blue?
I don't remember him.
Oh, for some reason I thought that name was
Alex
familiar.
Pietrangelo and Ivan Barbashev, both on the Knights. If you want to go with St. Louis former Blues, if you want to go with former St. Louis people, you go with Matthew Tkachuk and the Panthers. What are we doing here as a team, Lucas? What are the guys going on?
Okay, we're split up a little bit. I like it. Weeze is taking the Knights in 7 with Jack Eichel.
Vegas with Jack Eichel. He's their high scoring super guy.
Yep, and then Jamie's on the Knights in 5 with Eichel.
Okay, they're both taking Eichel.
Yep.
I am taking the Panthers. I've been riding. Let me rephrase this. I was on the Bruins hard. I thought the Bruins were going to roll through the playoffs. Panthers beat them in the first round in 7.
So good choice.
Yeah, good choice. But that also gave me the opportunity to watch a lot of Panthers games, and yeah, this is a real deal. They're playing really well. I'm going with the Panthers in 7. I think they're going to win on the road in Vegas in Game 7, and since it's going 7, I'm going away from their goalie. I'm going to go with Tkachuk.
Yeah, and I know nothing about hockey, but I do know trends. I do not like that the Panthers have set for this long.
They've sat 10 days.
And the Knights have not. And so they're going to come in here after just playing. So I'm going to take the Knights in. Give me the Knights in 6 just because Jamie's got them in 5 and Wee's got them in 7. And I think Jack Eichel too. He's a star of that team.
He is the star of that team.
You can't say he's not. He's going to have the
that's like picking Jokic. He's the star of the Nuggets. He's probably going to get it.
Yeah. He's always got the puck on his stick. He's going to have the assist. He's going to have the goal.
He's the he's the straw that stirs the drink. Back in a sec, we're going to talk just a little baseball and get out of here because it's leave work early day, so we gotta get out of here. All right, back in a sec.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto owner's insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. It's our weekly Take the Points. Lucas Vaughan is here, and we've got just a moment to take a look at some.
See how the baseball's going.
How the baseball's
50 games
doing.
in.
Yeah, 50, so almost 60.
Actually, almost 60 now.
Yeah, it's as the Rays have played 48, the 55 there for the Rangers. Everybody's catching up to the Cardinals as they had 2 days off this week, and someone asked me only today. Asked me, why did the Cardinals have 2 games off this week? And I said, I have looked into it. I have not been given justification. I have no idea why the Cardinals had 2 days off.
It's just the way the schedule works sometimes.
It is the first time the schedule has ever worked like that.
So it's just the way the schedule works sometimes.
Here's the American League. Tampa continues to roll. Baltimore, what do you think about the Orioles? Over 600, man. They're sticking around. The Orioles are the real deal.
The Orioles had a lineup that was very good, young talent, whatever else, but their pitching staff been way better than I expected it to be.
Yeah. Looking down the West, biggest surprise in the league is it the Rangers?
Yeah, to me, 15 games over 500, sure. Astros expect to be good. Angels got a big payroll and some serious talent, so yeah, the Rangers.
Then we have the Oakland A's.
Next. They won 2 games this week.
They did, yeah. They were 2-1. For the National League, Atlanta Braves continue their winning ways.
You got to admit how bad that East Division really actually has been.
Well, look at that run difference.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not saying the Central's been great because it hasn't, but the East has not been the powerhouse like I thought it was.
You've got the Mets and Marlins both just 2 games over 500. How about Skip Schumacher
doing a good job
there at the Marlins?
I'm always a huge Skip guy.
Yeah, he's doing a fine job. Brewers making it close in the National League.
What they're doing is they're leaving the Cardinals in there.
They're leaving the Cardinals in it
because as bad as the Cardinals have been to be only 5 hour, and they lost today actually. Brewers did. So.
Oh, yeah. This was before the Thursday's games.
Yeah, the Brewers lost today. So
So it's Brewers are 29-27, Cardinals are 25-32. So that puts them 4.5 games back.
4.5 out right now. Wow, ugly, but. We're only 4.5 out, so.
And they're only 7 games under 500. If you'd asked for that on May 10th, you'd have taken it.
Well, when we were 10 and.
Yeah, when they were 10 and 24.
Some silly number.
Awful number. So yeah, that's fine. The West. Look at all these numbers though, Lucas, and then you look at the American League. And you see how many teams are over 600 or close to 600. You got 4 or 5, and then you look here and you've got one that's close.
And then Arizona, which really is surprising to me. That one.
So it's
how about the Padres 500? I tell you what, that two doesn't like each other. I've said that before on this show. The Padres do not enjoy each other.
The Padres don't like who?
Each other. That's the only
you
reason.
Said that last week.
Yeah, I've said this before. That's the only reason the record's what it is because they do not play for each other.
Well, now hold on a second.
They got all the talent in the world.
How do you fix that on a team?
You have big money contracts. You got these stars that think they're stars, that know they're stars, and the talent's not coming up and being a little humble for
And the biggest thing this week that happened in baseball happened to the Padres, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it because we don't know how big it's going to be, was the MLB taking over their TV broadcasts. They took over their TV broadcast on Tuesday because Bally went bankrupt and didn't pay their bills. MLB.
Really? I didn't know that one.
It's in the...
I didn't read there.
Folks,
I got here 2 minutes before time. I can't read it all.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week on Big Talk with Bruce. Have a great weekend.